Oh, Shaun. Yes. Oh, Chairman, how are you? I'm good. Do you like this DJ? Yeah, he's a lot better than the one we had at Monaco. At least he's playing a different song to that guy because he was just painful. Oh, well, if you like, we can buy. Really? Are you sure? We don't want to be wasting money. Shaun. This is Paris Saint-Germain. If you like, we buy. Yeah, okay then. May as well. If you can. Yeah, I can go with that. Okay, and Shaun, remember, you don't win Champions League, you sack. Okay, thank you. Right, the draw's starting. Okay, we'll just see which group we get, okay? Yeah, Shaun, do well.
Group B,
Okay,
also
thank
from
you.
England,
Thank you, Chairman.
Chelsea.
Right, let's see what group we're going to get into.
Group C, Juventus
What group?
of Italy.
Come on, give us a nice one.
Group D,
Better one than we got at
Leipzig
Monaco
from
last year,
Germany.
please.
Group E,
Okay, we're going to be
big
in the
boy
bottom half of the
Barcelona,
draw.
look out.
F.
Ooh,
Okay, I can
big
live with
boy,
F. We can have
PSG,
some fun
Paris
with F.
Saint-Germain,
Right.
Group F.
Let's see who we get out of
Group
pot
G,
2. We want a nice
Roma.
pot 2 team. We don't want a giant.
Group H,
Give us
Ajax.
Hertha or Porto.
Right, time for pot 2. Group
Yep, good.
A,
You can have
Bayern
Bayern Liverpool.
Munich. Interesting already.
Give Chelsea a big team as well.
Group B,
Yeah,
of
that'll
Italy.
do. That'll do.
And Group
Ooh,
C,
okay.
Hertha
That's
Berlin
a
of
bit
Germany.
annoying.
Oi, slow down.
Juventus
Group
got away
D,
like idiot.
Atletico
Okay, come
Madrid
on.
of Spain.
Give us Porto.
Group
That's
E,
nice. Let's give us
Manchester
Porto.
United.
Be nice to
Tasty
us.
group already, that one too. Group F,
Son of a
Manchester City. Oh, some good draws
bloody
here.
hell.
Yeah, keep this up. I like it.
Man City again.
Group
Didn't we have
G,
them last year?
Porto of Portugal.
Sure, PSG had them last year. And Roma get
And Group
Porto.
H, Inter of
Man, that
Italy.
Group
Now,
H
time
is
for
looking
pot 3.
weak.
Group A,
Let's see,
Valencia
right, pot
of
3.
Spain.
Let's just give us one of these Netherlands
Group
teams.
B,
Just a
Benfica
team
of
from a non-big
Portugal.
country would be nice here, please.
Group C, Arsenal of
Arsenal in the
England. What are they
Champions League.
doing here? Did they actually
How did
qualify?
that happen?
Unbelievable. Okay, yeah, sorry, Arsenal, Group C, yeah, okay. Group D,
there goes
Feyenoord
Feyenoord.
of the Netherlands.
We can't get Monaco, so it's Bayer,
Group E,
PSV, or
AS
Celtic. Anyone
Monaco
but
of
Bayer.
France. Group F, Bayer Leverkusen, Germany.
Give us some luck. Right, it's
Group
okay with
G,
PSG. We should be
PSV
beating any
Eindhoven
team in this
from the
competition.
Netherlands.
We're the favourites. We should be winning
And
all their
rounding
games.
out
Come on.
pot 3, Celtic of Scotland.
Let's see who we get in
Group
4th
H,
seed. Let's
and
get
now
a
we get on to
really
the
nice, easy team
bums in
here. Come
pot
on.
4. Group A, Shakhtar from Ukraine. Group B, Salzburg of Austria. Group C, Zenit from Russia. Group
Okay, what's
D,
left?
Marseille
Bruges,
from
Villarreal,
France.
Olympiacos, or Partizan. Let's just avoid the
Group
Spanish
E,
team because they could be
Club
pesky.
Brugge from Belgium. Group F,
Really?
Villarreal from
Oh, it's alright. With
Spain.
PSG, we can beat all these teams. No
Group G,
sweat at all. We'll be fine.
Olympiacos from Greece.
Please don't bowl it. Please don't bowl it. Please don't bowl it. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hexagon Challenge here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well. If you are looking forward to today's video where we start off the Champions League at home and it is against Villarreal from Spain, then please do go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you are new around here or have visited a few times and haven't done so already, then also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on. It is greatly appreciated and helps with the YouTube algorithm and all that good related stuff to that. So I think what we're going to do first off today, because we do have a bit of stuff to cover, is the transfer window, because that finished just after yesterday's episode where Marseille tipped us up. If you did not watch the episode, I'll leave a link in the top right corner. Fair to say it wasn't a great performance from the boys, but hopefully we can do better today as we start the Champions League. So we're going to focus on the ins because out-wise, not a lot. Some young players on loans. We haven't sold anyone for quite a while, so it's been a pretty quiet window in terms of outs ever since that Adilson deal, really. In terms of the ins now, something I forgot to mention, I've been trying to sell the poor guy. Kaiki was also a leftover present from Thomas Tuchel. 25.5 million he spent on him, so not great from Thomas, but we've got him in the squad now, but he probably won't be here for long, if I'm going to be honest. But yeah, all that good work he did with the prior deal for Aguirre Then he spent 25.5 million on Kaiki, and I think we could have spent that money a bit better elsewhere. But yeah, that's how it goes. But our business has been ever since the Mazal deal, and we did cover off Ruggieri in yesterday's episode. So we've made four more transfers since then. Two of them we outlined in yesterday's episode that we're likely to go through, and they did. So we'll cover those off first. First, Bjarni Magnusson. This was the young Icelandic midfielder. I still think he's a good pickup, and especially when we only spent 400k on him, valued at 2.4 million New Zealand dollars. I am going to change it after this episode to euros. I'm mean to do it, but it's the end of the weekend here in New Zealand, so I just want to get this video recorded before I've got a birthday party to go to tomorrow. So that's another thing that's going on. So a little bit busy over the weekend here at the moment, but we signed this guy, and we've already hopefully going to make a profit on him. And look, I still think he's got some really good stats. So especially for the advanced playmaker role that he's more than likely going to eventually play for us if he ever gets to that level. Yeah, I think he's a good signing and going to make us a little bit of money at the very least. So we bought him in, as well as Rodrigo Mercado, the former Monaco man. He was transfer listed by them for around 16 million, I believe it was. He's valued at 48.5. We know with Rodrigo, his value is going to go up and down. It really does depend how much game time he gets, but he's a very good third choice option with Benjamin Mazal and behind Kylian Mbappe. So we made those two transfers as expected. The deal for the other Brazilian, Oswald, I believe his name was, that fell through because, well, I say it fell through. We couldn't agree on terms in terms of the clubs. They wanted too much for him. In the end, I did find a player from Bayern Munich who was transfer listed, much like Ruggieri, and that was Leiner Jan, a German midfielder. He's quite similar to Magnussen in terms of the sort of positions that he plays. You get him into the midfield again, advanced playmaker, probably more his role. I thought he might be a little bit better than what he was, but considering the money and the other options we had available, I felt we needed another midfielder just for squad depth before we cracked into the season, and he was the one that came up for us. He's got a bit of potential, decent stats without being great, but he is only 21 years old, so hopefully he can grow. He's got some decent player traits, another one who likes overhead kicks. But yeah, I think he's a decent squad option, and he played for us in our last game and did quite well as well, so that's a good start for him, and we'll get to that shortly as well. So he's a squad player for us. He's probably not going to play many of the games that you guys see, probably more the ones in around these games that you guys will be seeing, especially now that the Champions League is underway. But yeah, decent midfield option. It says he can play up top, but that 7 finishing, that hopefully isn't going to need to be a case, because if it is, we're in a lot of injury trouble. And the other deal that went through was actually a loan, and Makeda we only signed for 11.25 million, so that was a good deal actually. But we made a loan. Now this was for a Manchester City player, which, as you would have seen by the intro, is a little bit interesting considering that we are in the same Champions League group as them. But we got Inralaf Verkamen. Again, this is a guy I thought was a little bit better than what he was star rating wise. Very good first touch. He's got good anticipation, decision making. There's a few greens there, so I thought he was worth taking a punt on just to see what he can do. Belgian midfielder, so he was non-EU. That was the issue with the players I was trying to bring in to buy. They would have been non-EU, and that would have messed up our squad we already had here. So, look, he's actually no better than some of the players we've got in our under-19s. So, yeah, in terms of rating anyway, but some of his stats are a little bit better. So, he's a player who might get the odd game, but really he's going to be floating in around the second team. And if we have a few injuries, he might get into the first rotation. But we bought him on loan just to be sure we hit enough numbers should an injury crisis happen. So that's what he is floating around for. And to be fair, Manchester City and the player did not mind that. So those are the transfers that we have made. A fairly quiet window. If we look at our transfer budget, we do still have 25.75 million New Zealand left to spend. So once the scouting network, now that it's starting to get a bit more set, seeing as we've had a little bit more time at the job now, we should be getting some better recommendations in the next window, and definitely before the start of the season next year. Should we still be at the club, that will be a window where we can really do some damage, I would hope. But that's what we've done transfer wise. So we'll get into League On. So yesterday, as I said, that big red circle, yuck. But off the back of that, we've kept some clean sheets, which is nice, and we've picked up a few wins. First off, a 4-0 win at home against Bordeaux. Started off in the 22nd minute. They gifted Cedra the ball. Mbappe slotted through Augusto nicely, and it would have been harder for him to miss that than get it in the back of the net. Luckily he did, and we were 1-0 up after 22 minutes. Then just before half time, it was actually an own goal. Augusto on the edge of the box puts the ball in the net. Cedra misses it. It comes off Shea, and really he was sort of expecting Cedra to get on the end of that, I think, and we were 2-0 up at half time then. In the 58th minute, Bakar puts a nice ball in, finds Cedra, and this time he gets his goal, burying that in the bottom left corner. And then right before full time, a corner. Gvardiol gets his head on it. Karovic can only parry it down, and Bakar is there to tidy up the scraps. And we get a nice 4-0 win. And it was a very good performance, one of our more comfortable efforts of the season so far in terms of the scoreline. So that was quite nice to see. And Bordeaux, look, their goalkeeper having another good game. That's becoming quite a theme. I'm wondering if there's a little bit of an issue in FM lately with that and getting FM'd a lot in general. But yep, the goalkeeper played well. But to be fair, we still got 4 past him. And then off the back of that, we played a pretty heavily rotated team against KN leading into this Champions League game, but we're able to still pick up a 2-0 win away. In the 29th minute, we got underway. Ruggieri inside the box, puts the ball in eventually. It finds Morello and he gets there in the top right corner. To be fair, Morello, a player who could definitely step into the first team, and it will actually be happening today, but he put us 1-0 up in the 29th minute, and then very late on he slotted away Jeremy Doku, setting up his partner on the other wing, and we picked ourselves up a 2-0 win. Performance-wise, decent without looking overly convincing, but for a second team, I will take that all day long. We bought the likes of Gvardiol, Bakar, and Mbappe on late, but it was more just to see if they could provide a bit more impetus in some positions where some players weren't in the green. In the end, it didn't make a heck of a lot of difference, but we picked up a pretty good 2-0 win, and we'll show you guys the KN ratings. And yet again, I'm pretty sure the goalkeeper, not outright highest rated, but certainly up there, tied with Martin. So yeah, that's something I've just noticed of late, and at times it's getting a little bit frustrating. But our Champions League group, you would have seen from the intro, was ran through at the draw. We've got Manchester City, which is going to be a big test. Bayer Leverkusen, certainly capable of potentially upsetting one of us top 2 ranked teams, and also Villarreal, who, yeah, that's probably the team that or every team in this group are going to be looking to pick up points against. So, look, you'd expect it to be us and Manchester City getting out of this group, and hopefully that is the case. And yeah, I'll put up the news article that came about after that draw as well. We are the favourites for this competition, so no pressure, lads. Anything but a win in the Champions League this year is going to be a disappointment, apparently. So we're under the pump here to provide results. So we really need to be getting out of this group at the very least, and hopefully top. So in theory, we can get a nicer draw for the first knockout round, which both us and Monaco missed out in last season. And in terms of Monaco's group, we'll have a quick look at that. I won't show you all the groups because some games have been played already. I don't want to spoil things there. Marseille also in it, but we'll run through the groups after today's games. But Monaco's group, just because it would have been interesting if we were still there, they got Barcelona, which that would have been very tasty if we got that job. We didn't, and they've got Manchester United again. So that's a pretty tough group, along with Club Brugge. I wouldn't be surprised if Monaco actually got out of that group, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. They got 4 points off Manchester United last season, so that was pretty good, a draw and a win. But Barcelona as well, that could be tough for them. I think in terms of group strength, in theory, by what we can see, we might have actually made a pretty good choice for the Champions League this year, going to PSG, because, yeah, outside of Manchester City, it feels like a group we should be getting out of. And yeah, favourites for the whole competition. So we better be getting out of the competition, or we might be looking for a new job. But we will get into today's game. I will say quickly, we do have an injury to João Felix, not quite fit for this game, so we've rejigged things a little bit. I'll explain to you guys when we get to the team sheet shortly. Villarreal at the Parc des Princes, a game that we are definitely seeking 3 points from, and hopefully with the first team rested, we can get the job done. Okay, here are the team sheets. Luckily, it's actually listed in positional order this time too, which is helpful. As full strength as we can be, Mariba is still not quite fit as well. João Felix, recovering from an injury, can only handle 45 minutes. Injury picked up on international break. So we've had to rejig things a bit. Racid Cedra, who's been doing a really good job on the left wing for us of late, he is actually going to go into where Felix was in the advanced playmaking midfield role. It is a role that he does look fairly decent at, so he's going to have to go in there. And we've brought Jesus Morello in to cover the wing where Cedra was out left. He, of course, got a goal midweek and is a 4-star quality player, so we shouldn't be missing out too much there, but we're certainly looking forward to getting Mariba back, especially considering the next game in the Champions League for us is against Manchester City, and he should be back by then as well as Felix. So by that stage, we should have our ideal lineup on the pitch, and that could be quite exciting, given that hasn't been the case since we've got to the club yet. Looking at Villarreal, a few names I recognise there. Chowdhury, yeah, to be fair, that's probably about it. Pepe, I don't think that's the same Pepe, but really, this is a team we need to be beating. If we're not going to beat these guys, especially at home, then we might be in a spot of bother early on. So hopefully we can get the job done here and pick up 3 points to start off this Champions League group stage. And here is the Villarreal formation. You can see their recent form not great, and they're going with a 4-2-3-1. So a formation that is proving quite popular from opposition managers in the save. It's fair to say, but yeah, this is a game, as I said, we really need to be getting 3 points from. We are in our blue and red home uniform. Villarreal in their traditional all yellow with, I think it's a red trim, but doesn't look like it's showing in this game. And they are kicking off playing right to left. And as I said, we are definitely on the lookout for a good performance here, and hopefully we can start this group stage off very nicely. First highlight, 8 minutes in, we turn the ball over through Augusto just as Villarreal look to get something going. Up to Mbappe on the edge of the box. It's a tackle, and it has been given as a foul. Okay, we might have an early penalty here. Not actually sure who is on penalties for this team, so that is interesting. We'll see what VAR makes of it first. And it is a penalty. Okay, great chance for us early on here, and it will be Mbappe. I don't know why I didn't expect it to be him, but yeah, it makes the most sense, doesn't it? Haven't actually had a good look at penalty takers, just did the typical quick pick, and he buries that bottom left corner this time. Of course, he missed his last one. He was on for an early season hat trick, but we go 1-0 up early, and that's a very nice start. We've been gifted that a little bit. It's fair to say Mbappe was in a pretty harmless situation when the slide tackle went in and the penalty was called, but we go 1-0 up early. A good start for us in the Champions League. Okay, free kick to Villarreal here in the 19th minute. They take it somewhat short to Cabrera. Out to Larola in a bit of space. Here's a shot blocked and back out to Claudio. Hopefully we can nip this in the bud because that would be frustrating. Now Medina on a yellow out there, which is interesting. It goes out for a corner right. We might just tell Medina to ease off tackles here because early on he's looking like he's going to get a bit stuck in today, which hasn't been a team instruction, but hopefully we can just stop him from doing anything dumb. They will put this corner in. Todibo heads it away. Now Augusto might get something going on the counter for us here. Running down the right side. Can he find Kylian Mbappe? He might not need to. Making his way towards the box. Very similar position. And Jesus Morello gets a goal. I was going to say similar position to where Mbappe got fouled. Puts the ball across. And after 20 minutes, we are cruising here. Antonio Augusto making his way down the right-hand flank after the ball was cleared from the corner and puts a lovely ball across for Jesus Morello and just puts it in the back of the net on the volley. And we go 2-0 up after 20 minutes. A nice start for us here. Throw in after 35 minutes. Last 15 minutes, nothing has happened since the goal, but we are in a nice spot here. And we get the ball out to Becker, puts one in Mbappe. It's a scrappy clearance, but they get away with it for now, Villarreal, albeit we have another highlight soon after Bakar puts one in. Morello down for Mbappe, just behind him a little bit. That might have cost us a good goal-scoring opportunity there, but we keep possession and we might be on the attack yet again. Bakar in for Augusto. Lovely ball for Mbappe. Tried to go near post. Might have been going wide anyway, but the keeper makes the save. And it's still 2-0 coming closer to half-time. And now we have what looks like a free kick for offside. And we play out from the back. Cedra in the midfield today, and so far doing a decent job of it, it's fair to say. And we now get the ball out to Bakar, the very talented right back, making his way on the right-hand side. Mbappe with the header. Good effort, but Lasonna makes a save for a shot that looked like it might be going in the top left corner, and it's still 2-0 as we're 5 minutes out from half-time. Free kick very late in this half. Morello takes it, it's blocked. Does go out to Garcia, so this could be a chance for Villarreal. Their first real one of the game past the defence. Good slide tackle there from Gomez though. And that will go out for a corner. And hopefully we can nip this in the bud and not give them a sniff of a chance in this game. They put the ball in. Todibo with the header. Augusto can't get to it, but Mbappe will. I think halftime's going to get blown soon. But if we can get a third, I won't be complaining at all. Good run from Mbappe inside the box. puts a ball in, it is blocked, and I think this is going to be halftime very shortly. They take the ball out, and indeed, we are going into the sheds 2-0 up, and it's been a pretty good performance. Not the same sort of dominance we tend to get in League O, but we've been a lot more clinical with our shots than we have been in some of those games. And we've got a nice 2-goal lead, and it's looking pretty rosy at the moment, early doors in this Champions League group, albeit we've still got a half of football where we can stuff this up, but hopefully that is not the case. Tell the boys they've played well, there's still room for improvement, give them a bit of faith, but otherwise I think we just leave things as they are. We might take Medina off at some stage just to be sure he doesn't pick up another yellow, but he should be easing off tackles. So hopefully that's not an issue, and we will kick off the second half in the opposite direction from the first, says Michael Owen, and we get underway and we do have an early throw, and so maybe we're going to go free up early. Guardiol back to Gomez. Guardiol's taking those throw-ins. I might need to change that because not ideal for a centre back. Maybe that's something that I need to sort out. Maybe that's a reason we've been seeing some goals a bit interestingly. Mbappe shot always wide though. Still 2-0 early in the second half. Throw in. Bakar taking this one. That one makes a bit more sense. And we get the ball to Medina. Did briefly lose possession, but did end up getting it back for us, which is nice. Bakar in a lot of space on the right. Kenny pulled a nice ball in. Beats his man Augusto. Oh, he had a shot. Not sure if it was saved or blocked there by a Villarreal player, but we put the ball in the mixer again. La Sonneur claims that one pretty safely though, and it's still 2-0. Goal kick to Villarreal. They play it short, similar to what we do. Claudio, who is on a yellow, up to Garcia, also on a yellow. Claudio, maybe a player we can look to take advantage of, as he does look one of their defensive players. Garcia, Cabrera, a lot of their players on yellows here. And they, albeit they do have the ball in a pretty nice area, albeit they give it away. Medina up to Mbappe. Ball for Augusto. Look, I thought he might try and find Morello there. He was in a lot of space, and he's put the shot wide. Albeit, I say he's put it wide, it looked like must have been blocked because it's gone for a corner. So he might have a chance here. Mbappe to put it in. To Debo. Heads down to Guardiol. We keep possession. It's a little bit messy. Angel with a shot. Good effort. But it is saved by, I say Angel, it must have been Aguirre. But either way, it is still 2-0. But we are definitely mounting some good pressure on them, albeit Villarreal look to get some pressure of their own. Garcia, tell you what, there's someone on his right there in a lot of space. Now he gets it out to him. That is Larola. Cabrera heads that down. Chowdhury with a shot blocked. And we might have a chance on the counter, albeit the highlight ends. And it's still 2-0. But Villarreal now have a throw-in. Pino with the ball, keeps possession. And he looks to get something going here. Cedric doesn't get possession off him. They nearly give the ball away there. But now it's Ramiro to Chowdhury. Claudio. Can they get back in this game? We are hoping not. Chowdhury on the ball. We're making them go backwards, which is nice, albeit they will have to go forwards now as they play out from the back again. Ramiro up to Pino. Bit of a ball back to Ramiro. Good position. Oh, tell you what. Oh, that's poor. Siu Celescu, don't know why he dove for that, but he kept it out. The rebound fell the right way for Villarreal, and they are back in this 2-1 at the hour mark. And yeah, that's a frustrating goal to concede, as we'll get the boys to press the player who he told us to there. Actually hit the post, so yeah, maybe C.S. Celescu did need to dive for that, but in the end, the rebound fell to the Villarreal player, and it's 2-1. Throw into Villarreal, and they're looking to get on level terms with us just after getting that first goal. That's good hustle there from Aguirre up to Mbappe. Gets past his man. Can we go 2 up again? Here's a powerful shot, but it's tipped over the bar from the goalkeeper. And we will have a corner which Mbappe will be putting in. And hopefully we can go 3-1 up soon. Guardiol heads it over the bar. And it is still 2-1. We will make a change here. Morello, who got the first goal. Oh, sorry, not the first goal, the second goal. He is a bit tired. So what we'll do, João Felix can handle a half of football. And Cedra's not having a great game in the midfield. I think we might switch those two around and just see what happens. So I think that's a change that we'll make. Otherwise, I'm fairly happy with how things are going. Guardiol's not having a great game. But I think we'll leave it as it is. 6.6, not terrible, I suppose. I'm just wondering if Joe Gomez could come on at some stage, but we'll leave things as they are with just that one change. And hopefully we can get back out to a 2-goal cushion with 25 minutes to go. Free kick to Villarreal. They take it short again. If they equalise, this would be incredibly frustrating. Oh, they hit the post. Pino with a very powerful strike. Then Pillman puts the ball in. Bakar clears it. Now we will take Cedra off here because He is also knackered, and he's not having a great game either. So this is going to mean a bit of a rejig. João Felix onto the wing where he usually would be playing in tomorrow's episode. That should be the case. And I think what we'll do here is we'll bring a Costa on. He's a bit more attacking and a bit more agile than SMS these days. So we'll make that change. That's two of them. I think that will do for now. And hopefully we can see this out for the remaining 15 minutes to start off this Champions League group stage. Okay, and at the 80-minute mark, we've got some red hearts. I think we're going to take Argeli off instead of Augusto just because that's a position that could be more important. SMS, I think he can still do a decent job in that box-to-box role, so we'll make that change. And yep, hopefully we can hold on for these last 10 minutes. Corner to Villarreal, 87th minute. This is looking dangerous. Pino puts it in. Guardiola heads it away. Now, no one's going to get to that ball. I think Augusto's the player we've got in that sort of role to try and do that, but he's on a red heart, although Bakar turns the ball over for us. It's not a good pass from Augusto, though. And we give the ball straight back to Villarreal. Pino, who hit the post earlier. A very nice strike. Frosler puts a ball into Debo, heads it away. Now, SMS can't quite beat Claudio there, although he gives the ball straight away, and this is a long ball. Mbappe, can he put this away, seal the game? Looks like he tried to chip the keeper, and it's still 2-1, but we are getting late into this game, and that's a throw into Valencia, Villarreal, but deep in their half. Hopefully we can get this ball and mount another attack. They play one out wide. Romero will get that pretty comfortably for them. Back into Chowdhury. Claudio. Up to Tillman. Oh, this is looking dangerous. Frozier puts the ball across. Carried away from Siu Celescu, and it is kicked out for a throw-in. Looking a little bit vulnerable late here, it's fair to say. So, interesting stuff. They put a ball in. That was Gomez who headed it away, the left back. We haven't brought the other Gomez on, and we keep possession, which is nice to see, albeit they have another free kick here. So some real good late chances here for Villarreal. Stop thinking Valencia, Shaun. Frozier up to Pino. Claudio. Nice ball over the top for Pino. Don't do anything dumb, boys. Frozier puts a ball in. Medina heads it away. Out to Mbappe. Right, good counter-attacking chance for us. Gomez up to Felix. First time he's played in his natural position, or at least one of them. Acosta over the SMS, but it's straight at the keeper. I think we'll slow this tempo right down now because they're certainly getting some chances. So we will just slow things down, get a little bit of time wasting on. Not a heap, but just a little bit. And we'll just try and calm the farm a little bit because it's very end-to-end at the moment. We've still got a minute and a half. We do have a throw in, albeit we give the ball away, and this is a good chance. And Tillman is in. Please keep this out, boys. Oh, Gvardiol. Oh, what a clearance. Not having the greatest game, but that is a crucial clearance because that was going over Siu Celescu. Cheeky chip, but not enough power on it, I suppose, because it didn't get to the net in time. We do turn the ball over from the throw-in. There's less than a minute left. Hopefully no more highlights. Pino in a good spot, and somehow Siu Celescu's let that in. Oh, how have we choked this? Can't take the choking out of PSG, I suppose. 2-2. And how's that happened? SMS with a very average ball. He didn't need to do that. Claudio, somehow, well, Pino's onside by quite a way there, but Siu Celescu, oh dear, this is a very poor start from us. And yeah, he is just onside too. But that makes up for the shot that hit the post. Not sure what Siu Celescu's doing there. Don't even have time to change the tactic. But yeah, we are going to be dropping points in our first Champions League game. That's a bit of a disaster. It is fair to say they picked up a ton of yellow cards as well, Villarreal. But yeah, we absolutely dominated that game. The first half, it was looking oh so rosy. But yeah, we have somehow found a way to blow that, and we're going to get angry at these boys because that was a little bit pathetic in the second half, it's fair to say, and it's not the first time they've done that this season either, very much in terms of slacking off in the second half. So, yeah, I think I'm going to throw a water bottle, tell them it wasn't good enough. How can you be demotivated? Siu Celescu, you're pretty much letting a sitter to concede the win. Gomez, yeah, okay, and Morello, yeah, okay, I can understand you guys. SMS, you gave the ball away for the chance, and Felix, you were bang average. Tell them they were unlucky. Most of them have taken a hard nut pill. But yeah, that's a really frustrating result. Okay, so that's the first round of games in the Champions League done now. Bayern, Munich, and Liverpool picking up wins in Group A. Milan with a win over Red Bull Salzburg, and Chelsea and Benfica drawing in Group B. Group C, Juventus with a win over Zenit. Arsenal and Hertha Berlin drawing. Feyenoord and Leipzig picking up wins in Group D. Marseille on the wrong end of one of those losses. So not a great start for French teams because as we go down, Barcelona beat Monaco and Man United absolutely pumped Bruges, so they're already on the back foot. In the end, not a terrible result for us, albeit it feels like it considering the nature in which that draw happened, but it's all square in Group F, every team drawing, so the next game against Manchester City could be quite important. Group G, Porto picking up a win over Olympiacos, PSV and Roma drawing, and in Group H, Ajax and Inter picking up wins over Partizan and Celtic. So that's how the Champions League is looking, but a very frustrating result for us there. Thought we were pretty good value for the win, even though Villarreal did have some pretty good chances late. Should have done enough in that first half to see it out, but for some reason, we let in some late goals. So that's really frustrating, and hopefully it's not a sign of things to come. But we will come back tomorrow. We'll be getting into some League On highlights, 3 games in between the next episode because we'll show you guys those highlights. Saint Etienne up the table, that could be an interesting game, but otherwise, look, the games we should be winning, albeit so was that one against Villarreal. And we'll come back for a pretty big clash. Manchester City at home. We've got a good run of home games early on too. So yeah, hopefully we can start picking up some wins, albeit at Monaco last year. We did get on a nice roll in the second half of the Champions League group stage there. So maybe that's something we're going to need to do here as well. But a very big game in tomorrow's episode against Manchester City, where we look to get ourselves hopefully on top of the Champions League Group F because, yeah, frustrating. But if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do go down below, leave a thumbs up on it. And if you did enjoy the content and have not done so already, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on. It is greatly appreciated and helps out the channel lots. But that is it for today's episode. Manchester City tomorrow. Until then, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I will see you then. Cheers.